So, thank you everybody for being here, including the 15 people on Zoom and the 25 people that here at our house in Millburn. So, so we're hoping to fill this boat up with a lot of David McGuffin friends to go on a cruise to Croatia, July 24th through 31st next year. So just about a year away from now. And so without further ado, let me get going on that. Charlotte has been on the trip and done this before a few times. She and I went together to learn how to do this cruise 10 years ago. And then Jamie, my daughter, and Charlotte were on the tour, one of these tours last October. So the three of us can answer most any questions, and we'll probably be talking a little bit about it anyway. So let me just go in. So our boat, our vessel is called the Seagull. It seats 32 people. Not seats. It sleeps 32 people, and then there's a lot of public space as well. We're just trying to maybe fill it up with 25, 28 people, whatever. But this is on the seas of Croatia, so the Dalmatian coast is the seaside, the Adriatic Sea. So it's between the boot of Italy and the Balkan Peninsula. And so this is just a wonderful, wonderful area. If you think of the Aegean Sea just further south in Greece, it's the same sea, So these are some of the cabins on the Seagull, some of the public areas. Then you can see in the background and everything else, you can see a part of what Croatia looks like. Is very mountainous, very arid, except around the seaside. So I'll let that run just a second. And this is a drawn picture of the Seagull in the port of, I think, Avar. Maybe it's not, maybe not Avar, but regardless, let me go to the next picture. So what we have here is there are, if you're looking at the bottom photo on the right-hand side, this is the below deck. There are 4 staterooms down there, and then there are 12 on the upper deck, 12 staterooms there. So the 32 people we can accommodate that. And then the next deck above, so the third one above, the pink one, is the public area of, starting from the back, will be a lounge area, then the dining area, and in the middle is the bridge where the captain drives the ship, sails the ship, and then another area in front of that for sunbeds and public area. And then on the very top, which you don't see a plan of, but you can see the sketch of the boat on the very top. On the very top is a whole deck full of sunbeds as well. And so there's plenty of public spaces and everything there. If you're thinking about what to do as far as where you want to stay, so the 12 staterooms are in this area here, and I'll point it on, I'll do it online too. Well, too bad. Okay, now you get to see Jamie.
And I wanted to give you a report of our amazing yacht. So let's go. So here we enter into our yacht.
Just a stop.
We have a little hallway with the cabins down this way.
It's literally below deck.
Yeah.
You guys seen that show? I love that show.
I do too.
Let's see port. We're gonna head out here onto the main deck. And this is where the swimming platform is. And I think there's some people already swimming today. But let's just check it out. End of September. Okay.
It took cold.
Yes.
Better in July,
All
right?
the way better. Yes.
It was cold.
This day was not as cold. It got colder towards the end. Yeah, paddleboard. Yeah, we got in that day. Snorkels, fins. all kinds of fun stuff. Here with Pool Beach. Go over and.
Better than Black Creek.
Oh,
No,
I like it.
a little.
I like it.
Better than Black Creek.
Black Creek's awesome.
It is.
No gators.
You just can't see the gators and the snakes coming.
Have our dining room where we eat breakfast and lunch every day. And we have 2 dinners. And here's our awesome bartender. Hello. What about me? Oh, and our tour director, Nina. Here's a little lounge area.
And that would be a
Oh,
time of year.
It won't have the plastic down. Over to the front of the deck. Amazing view here. Hello. All right, we got a couple lounge chairs up here.
Where I will be.
There's some shade if you wanted it.
Were there people here you didn't feel like that?
Okay.
Where's the hot tub, Jeremy?
Upstairs.
Really? So that's money. There's one on the.
I don't think the one that we're going on this time. To the next step, deck.
So the only swimming is in the ocean, right?
Correct.
No
Yeah.
pool.
No.
No pool, no. It's not that big of a boat.
Is there AC on the boat?
Yes, every room has a mini split and the public areas as well.
The air conditioner, mini store.
That was our captain right there. Cheers.
Things are good.
He's just chilling.
Chill.
We'll do a captain thing.
Not driving the boat.
He's not working, we know.
Set anchor.
Yeah, because we're swimming into the swim
But you
stop.
know, if you could go into the little camp.
And the captain, the captain is the owner of the yacht. Yes,
Yeah.
that is his yacht. And we have a
Yeah, but that's on the ship we were on last year, so.
So this is called the Ambassador, which is what they were on last year. So
It's slightly different.
yeah, but it's got the same amenities, but I don't think there's a hot tub, on the Seagull. But in July, who wants a hot tub?
Right.
On all of these cruises up and down the Adriatic coast, or they call it the Dalmatian coast as well. So that's between Dubrovnik to the south and Split and Trogir to the north. On all of these cruises that go back and forth on the week-long cruises, there's always a captain's dinner, and the captain always invites his favorite musicians in. So the captain's dinner could be, the last night or the penultimate night or something, but it doesn't really matter. But we have a captain's dinner, and that's one of the 2 dinners that we have on board. The other one is the first night that we arrive. So these are authentic Croatian musicians. Yeah. So you can see kind of a map of the area. If you, Italy is over to the left on the map there, and then Jamie's going to show you a little bit around the first town called Dubrovnik.
Do it again.
You did good, Jamie.
Oh,
It's good to hold them. Sorry, Joe. It's all right.
Why'd you say do it again?
Because she wanted to take two.
I say it Dubrovnik, Mom said it
Well, I never say it.
Dubrovnik.
Dubrovnik, and then I said it wrong, and so maybe retake, I don't know.
But.
It's probably.
I've said it several times, that's why I was like.
Yeah.
No, I've only been to Split.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then
It's awesome.
Yeah.
just a small distance away from Dubrovnik, you see on the map is a place called Slano, but it's really all up to the captain. So the captain can decide, and he calls ahead, where is there a place available for us to get into the port at night? And so that's what we're kind of looking at. But this is a town of stone, which is got a great fortress going way up the hill. Jamie and Charlotte are there. And what are they famous for, Jamie?
They're oysters and mussels.
Oysters and mussels. So great seafood, of course, everywhere, you know. I think this is the
Pretty. I don't like
Well, so-
I like.
Love oysters.
I'll
like the steak.
eat mussels.
and
You see the
so
cruise ships line up against each other, which is kind of cool. If you're like the last boat, you get to walk through all those boats to get to.
Well, if you're the last boat, otherwise if you're the first boat, everyone walks across.
Exactly, but
you don't even notice it. Right?
it's cool.
They're walking through that area where the stairs are. But a cool thing about this cruise is that every night you're in a different port, and you're there all night long.
You travel at night?
No.
No, you're in port at night. So you get to experience the town that you're in all night long. So breakfast is served on the Seagull, and dinner is in town, and lunch is served on the Seagull. Except for the captain's dinner, and the first night we have a dinner on the Seagull. The rest of them, we get to experience all these little towns along the way.
In the morning when you're traveling to the new port, how long does it take?
Oh gosh, not even an hour, 2 hours.
Slow.
Right, yeah, of course, but
To waste the time, and that's why you do the swim swap. You do 2 swim stops.
On the way to the next place.
Yeah. So you do a swim spot in the morning, and then you'll be done with the swim spot, and then it'll start going, and then we'll have lunch, usually around like 1-ish. And then you have another swim spot stop, and then you'll be at port.
And you order like whatever you want for lunch.
No, it's a 3-course meal every time you sit down.
And on one of the trips we were on, the chef, he went on the swim stop with us and dove down and got some fish in a stone that had some fish flavor to it, and we had some kind of soup. Yeah, that was made from that. Yeah, it was really good. Yeah.
Stone.
how did he catch the fish with his bare hands or with?
It was crustaceans.
Oh.
Crustaceans, yeah. Yeah.
So the time at port, if we're doing a swim stop in the morning, lunch, and then another swim stop, so you're at port basically late afternoon.
Yeah, like
into the
you're at
night.
4:30-ish, you're always at getting into port, and then you do like a 30-45 minute walking tour with a local guide. And that they get you familiar with the little town, and then the rest is on your own. To explore.
Sometimes we make stops in the middle of the day.
Yes, that's
At,
Well,
Hello, you guys that are online, can you hear the conversation, or I can repeat it? Raise your hand if you can. Okay, that's good, Tammy, thank you. All right. So that's great, because it's very important to know that that it's kind of plays at the captain has total control of what we're doing, because as we've mentioned already, it's his boat, but he's there to help us and serve us and give us the best experience of his country as possible. And so we have the swim stops in the morning, we have lunch, we have a swim stop in the afternoon, and we usually arrive at the town around, y'all said 4:30 or so. A walking tour with a local guide or our on-board guide, and then you have the entire afternoon and evening off to experience the town on your own, which is a lot different than the big boat cruises that you see going up and down the Mediterranean Sea.
Are all those people that are on those big boats gone out of the way in 4:30?
They are.
they don't go.
They don't go to these little places.
They don't go.
The only place the big boat goes is the first place, Dubrovnik. Yes, ma'am, Susan.
So how long has this particular boat been in service doing?
I think I read it in 2006.
So for a while, so he's very familiar and so.
Oh, yeah, well,
Okay.
they wouldn't
No, I
be,
mean, I know,
yeah,
but I was
right,
just saying,
yeah.
this is something that he's.
They do it
has been the
every day of the season, yes, right. They would not be sailing here if they were not certified.
Well, no, that's not what I meant. I meant, so like all of these places is the grand tour that he's done several times.
Oh, yeah, right. And like I say, it's the preference of the captain. Say the wind. Jamie's bringing up this wind, and their sailors are very aware of these winds. And one of them is called the burra, and it's a cold wind coming from the south, I think, and it blows in toward the shore. And if that happens, the captain changes the course a little bit and stays inside the island. So there's no rough seas or seasickness or anything else like that.
And you're never out in the middle of the ocean. You always
You
be
can
like,
always see it.
Yeah.
always.
I'm good either way.
Yeah.
It's all gonna be okay.
I don't care.
Some of us are.
Tell us about, Jamie, this is the town you were mentioning last night at our group get together, about the island of Var and the town of Var. So what's,
So it's a very famous, well, it's a big party town for the younger people.
Absolutely.
So there's lots of discos there, late night activity goes on.
Is that a famous cat?
Mom likes to take.
Yeah, we know.
Are there any quotes for the?
Lots of fun. That's the disco.
That's
The
I don't
disco.
see any young people here.
Yeah, say.
Well, you're one.
Hey.
You don't know what the whole you're
I
like.
know your audience. Lori.
And
As young as we'll ever be.
I'm kidding.
there's a famous town, like for famous people, they go here.
Yeah.
Like this, where all the rich and famous, they go to Havar.
I'm bringing my first.
okay, and then one island beyond Var to the north is this Bowl Island.
Stay. God, stay.
Yeah, the fight to stay on that.
Why?
Because she was with her mother.
No.
It didn't stay on her.
Nothing good happens.
Oh, that's a dog.
As a dog,
That Charlie did.
I'm gonna tell you when it shows up.
it's called the.
What is it?
Bowl.
Trogar.
Bowl.
Yeah.
No, we don't know what the top one is. You cut off the
Very
vowel.
reserved today.
Here.
So,
What pen?
just a little bit of.
Okay.
Man, you're adventure star?
You're adventure star?
Because I'm doing it.
She's like, no, and she's
I'm
like,
telling you.
And this is one of the most beautiful beaches around.
Jaguar tail.
so if you can hear me, it's shaped like a horn out there. We don't see a lot of it because of the wind and the tide is in. But it goes really far out. It looks like a horn.
That's where the naked people are.
No, that's not where they are.
You're around the other side.
They're not the other side.
They're really, they get tough.
I was hunting for that.
This is where the nude beach is on that other side.
Yeah.
Exactly. I was the first trip my dad went on.
And you can hear the.
I was a little kid.
They're
I was singing video. I was like,
Okay. All right. So you guys online, you can tell we're all having fun talking about all of this stuff. But just to get to you, Trogir is the last stop, and it's a beautiful city with a castle up on the hill on top of everything else. And so a little bit about that. You can see a little bit of Trogir, the back streets. Jamie, I think I put this on here because that on your route, Charlotte and Jamie, that was your first stop overnight. And so you were able to go in, and what's the deal on this little
And we just thought it was a cute picture.
alleyways?
Pink shirt and there was a pink barrel. And I thought this is gonna be a good picture, Jamie.
Said, stand up there.
Put Jamie in.
Oh.
And because this is a 7-night cruise, and because it takes some doing to get there, we thought we would add on, if you would like to, add on a night in Dubrovnik before for whatever the hotel room costs. So you can come in a day earlier on the July the 23rd, stay in Dubrovnik overnight, and then we start the tour on the 24th. So that's an option that we'll add later on if anybody's interested in it. And also, after the tour, after we get off the boat on the whatever, the 31st, we go to these lakes. It's called Kledic National Park, where it's a series of lakes and waterfalls that are just beautiful. Charlotte and I have been a lot of places, and this is pretty dang amazing. So we went there the first time for 10 years ago, and we've gone back every time that we've been in the area. So we go there for a night. It's a national park, a lot of hiking trails, see all these waterfalls, limestone waterfalls and everything. And then the second night, we'll go to the town of Split, which is very famous too. But for next year and for the 28 as well, Split Harbor is going under renovation, so there's nobody docking in Split Harbor. So that's why we are not going to Split on our cruise. But Split is very worthwhile because it's famous for being the retirement villa of Emperor Diocletian, the Roman Emperor Diocletian in the 200s, and the town's built up. The medieval town is built up around that. So a possible couple of extra nights that you do that and fly home on the 3rd from Split. So whatever that ends up costing is just at cost, and we can get that squared away, but we're not even worried about that. I just wanted to throw it out there. There's a possibility of it.
Will you fly in and out of there?
So you fly into Dubrovnik and you fly out of Split.
Okay.
Yeah.
You split out of Split.
Is it the
You split out of Split.
Yeah. It's the
Yeah.
Dubrovnik.
Now, it does take a bit of doing to get there because there's no direct connections from anywhere in the U.S. So you have to connect somewhere in Europe. So you would connect, maybe you'd fly to Amsterdam or Paris or Rome or even Istanbul, Turkey or something, make a connection and then arrive in Split. And then on your way home, you would go from Split, arrive in Dubrovnik. And then on the way home, you would leave Split, make a connection somewhere in Europe, and you would still be home the same day on that. So
Thing said, it was gonna be a direct flight from Newark.
well, some AI said perhaps United Airlines is going to have a direct flight.
Okay.
So I did the research, and that's possible, but I don't know. And I did research the fares for this year, and that's valid, $700 to $1,100 for round trip fares
For right now, for next year.
for right now for next year. Of course, we can't buy the tickets right now for next year because we're not in the window. But so I was looking at June travel, but it's still the high season in the summer. So I assume it's going to be close to that as well.
Question, if you're not gonna do the extra days,
Yep.
do you still fly right out of Split?
You still fly out of
How
Split.
do you get to Split?
So there's,
If you get off the boat on Saturday.
so Split is,
leave on Sunday.
Trogier is here, Split is here, and the airport's right in the middle of it. So you have a transfer, and we include the transfer on the beginning of the trip from the airport to the boat or to Dubrovnik, and also from the end to the airport. So from Split or Trogier to the airport.
You just decide if you're staying an extra day or not.
Correct. Right. Yeah. Right. And again, the schematic for the floor plan of the boat. Now, because I've made a deal with the captain and he's holding out for selling the boat until the 15th of August. So we've got another 15 days. And I want to know, if I can sell the boat out.
That would be nice.
And so that's what I'm looking for. So even though advertise the lowest price at $34.89 per person for the cabins, or $37.10, I think. For the, what does it say? 37.10. It's all 100 less. So 36.10 for the upper deck cabins per person, and $33.89 for the bottom cabins.
If you sign
If you
up.
sign
Between now and August 15th, because I'd like to tell the captain, hey, we're going to buy the boat. And
So it'd be $100 less
correct,
if you do it by the 15th.
By the
So
15th.
$33.89 instead of
Correct.
$34.89.
save $100. Yeah. Okay.
And you can cancel when? You
Never.
had a. You should not cancel, but.
So-
Because some people might.
You could cancel anytime between now and the 15th of August. And after that, the deposit's $400. And after that, your deposit's refundable for 7 days. And then you don't have to pay anything else until sometime in January. It's $1,000. And then the deadline cutoff for everything is 90 days before the trip.
And if we add on the days before and after, that'll be down the road.
It'll be down the road because I haven't priced that out yet.
Okay.
So when we're in port, do you give us dinner recommendations at the
Yeah.
different islands?
The question was, when you're in port, do you give dinner recommendations? Well, you know me, I love wining and dining and fine cuisine. So we have our choice places, but boy, I've never gone wrong in any of these places. But yes,
The
And-
cruise director will give many suggestions.
the cruise director will be and we'll have, like Nina, you had a cruise director. We'll have a cruise director as well. Yeah.
And possibly they can maybe help you make reservations.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Right.
So are tips and all that included in this, or is that all covered in our fee?
Okay, so the tips to the captain and crew are not included, but we tip and they're included for everybody else. So the local guides, the tour director, all of that stuff, we include all of that. And Brian, you asked me this last night too, so I kind of looked it up. So you're thinking about maybe to tip the crew and the captain probably another $250 per person, something like that. And that tip would be in cash to them,
Yeah.
Euro cash to them. Yeah. We've tried on 2 consecutive trips to add in the tips, but you know, my money belt is about this wide after carrying the tips for everybody. So it's just, we can't do it anymore. So, yeah. Rod,
Well, so this is a Brian and Rod question.
okay.
Are the wine and drinks included on the boat, or
Yeah.
do we buy those independently?
So there's a bar on the boat and you buy it independently. Y'all tell us.
Yeah, no, it's not cash. You can, on the one we went on, I don't know, it could be different for this.
It's for everyone. We've been on the same way.
Okay, you have you get a bracelet and you just run a tab. So,
And
and at the very last night, you pay it. And it doesn't have to be, you can charge it.
As early as that,
So-
bourbon.
Yes, they had, it was a full bar.
Everything.
They had everything. Wine, so you don't have to, what Mom and I did to save a little bit, we just bought by the bottle. And then if you don't drink it, like at lunch or while you're chilling up on the sun deck or whatever, they just put it back in the refrigerator with your cabin number on it. And then you can get it right back out whenever you want it.
But when I'm traveling, that never happens.
New bottle of wine goes.
So can you give us an idea of what's the cost of the drinks?
So wasn't it like, for a bottle of wine, it was like 30 euros or
Well, they
20,
had
different price ranges.
Yeah.
I think you can go through.
Yeah, reasonable.
like if you're at a restaurant,
Yeah.
it's, yeah.
But it
And-
wasn't astronomical.
And the wine in Croatia is phenomenal. Because if you ask anybody from Croatia, they say wine was invented there, and along with everything else. And but there are some phenomenal wines along the way in Croatia, and of course If you want, hard liquor or John, even grappa, I think you can get that too.
Thank you.
And then it's frowned upon to bring, just like any of the crews, bring stuff back on. But you know what? We don't really have, there's no ice box or refrigerators in our rooms. But you can bring stuff back in. We don't mind drinking hot Diet Cokes and stuff. So, that's no problem either.
We have coffee.
Yeah.
I see things.
That is pretty constant.
Go and buy a bottle of wine and walk in with a bottle of wine.
True, and you can't have it. Anybody on the feed here, the Zoom, I don't have it up here for asking questions, but if you have a question, you can text Charlotte at 904-612-8150, and we can answer those straight away right here, we hope. Anybody else have anything?
Oh, John.
Okay.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it's different come July.
No.
Where are we today?
So the exchange rate now is somewhere between 116.17 dollars buys a euro, and that's what I'm calculating on. What else? Somebody asked about. You can carry a tab on the boat and pay it off at the end with a credit card. Rod,
Are there alumni discounts for this?
are there alumni discounts? Yes, there are. And Susan's the winner of it. 20, how many? 21, 50 times 20, $50 per tour you've done with us. So, so alumni discount.
Yeah.
David, family discounts? Family
Discounts. Well, like if you bring kids.
Yeah.
There was a question, by the way, question from somebody.
Okay.
Are kids welcome or not? I told them, I believe no kids, but I would ask.
I'm not
And then
opposed.
they said, our kids discount.
I'm not opposed, but there's no discounts.
Right. So because you're gonna have to get.
Charge double for children.
Amen. Amen. Kids, sir. If I have to put up with a child, I need to just have.
Okay, listen, guys.
Our kids both.
We're going to continue celebrating here online. If you have them, you can email me to David@davidmcguffin.com. Text Charlotte. We'll get